Alright, so this is me at the start of 2024, and this is me after 66 days. Let's be honest, there isn't much difference, but that's if you concentrate on what you see in the screen and compare the progress you make to others. At the beginning of the year, I started at about 74 kilograms, with a bloated stomach and little to no muscle definition, but with decent size, just not in the places that I wanted, to 67.5 kilograms, feeling much lighter and relatively better tonnage in decently good lighting. But most importantly, the way I got to this point was sustainable. Putting on size wasn't a problem, but getting rid of it certainly was. So to challenge myself in between being in education and being unemployed, I focused on prioritizing my health with the challenge Gymshark put out at the start of the year. So the challenge was to do 3 things that will improve your start of the year, focusing on nutrition, movement, and the mind. I chose to do tasks that were achievable but find it annoying and tedious to do yet feel accomplished if I succeeded in those tasks. So number 1, nutrition. Intermittent fasting, which is eating within an 8-hour period of the day, which is just fancy talk for skipping breakfast. Instead of looking at it as intermittent fasting, I try to look at it as reducing the volume of junk I was eating, as I love eating snacks, so I ate proper whole meals at later hours of the day. Number 2, movement. Having to walk 30 minutes a day sounds calm, until I remind myself that I live in the UK and the weather is shite, especially during January. This luckily only happened during my active rest days, as most of the time I would work out and walk on the treadmill in the gym for about 30 minutes. And lastly, number 3, the mind. I decided to choose to listen to podcasts, as there are a lot of informative podcasts out there. My go-to, however, be Shits and Gigs podcast, which is more of a comedic podcast than an informative one, but they legit never fail to brighten up my day. So with those goals in mind, the end goal is to be able to do these things even without the challenge, because the whole point is to create a pattern that then develops into a habit which won't suddenly break. And yes, I want to get leaner and look better in pictures, but I also want to be able to keep active and healthy by the time I'm in my 50s, where I don't have to worry about being on medication and have body pain, but also to be able to move as if I was 20 years younger. Alright, here's a breakdown of what I did. Week 1 to 2. This week was probably my best week in terms of discipline, with working out and my food intake, as I would work out intensely early in the morning, but still eat relatively light but filling meals, such as water-based soups and eggs continuously. This is fine until other factors, such as parents buying snacks and temptation, just settles in. So week 3 to 5, this is probably where I start to ease up on the time I would wake up and the food I ate, and treating myself to food I should really not be eating. But unless you have a good discipline to not eat more than you should, you're a better person than me. So on days where I would eat more than necessary, I would make sure to reduce the volume of food on other days. During these weeks, I learned to appreciate cooking, making different variations of food, and even learning to bake different types of bread. Week 6 to 9, with the remaining weeks that I had, you start to learn and develop a certain behavior. So number 1, you will never be able to stick to your goal 100% of the time. No matter how much you plan it, there are always outside factors that will affect the time you train or how much you eat. An example is going away for a week and not being able to train as much as you want, and not being able to cook your own meals. And number 2, if you mess up, do not, and I repeat, do not keep messing up and expect yourself to fix it the next day, as this will also develop into a habit. Messing up and spiraling down a hole of regret because you ate junk, so you proceed to eat the rest of the packet in one sitting, so it doesn't matter anymore, won't do you any good. You'll just get used to it. And finally, number 3, supplements can only get you so far. Losing weight won't happen in the gym, but in the kitchen, so learn to cook proper meals. So why am I telling you this? Firstly, it's easy to compare yourself to others online and expect a 6-pack, after working hard after a short period of time. These people you see in social media are the few that work out around the clock to make their physiques look the way they do. The second thing is not to expect such large changes to your body when you start working out. Challenges like these are building blocks to create a foundation of discipline to keep going and work harder day after day. And thirdly, enjoy. If you are miserable trying to lose weight because you don't like going to the gym, find something that you enjoy that'll keep you active, be it sport or dance. There is no point improving your physical state if your mental state deteriorates. So thank you guys for listening, and I hope to see you guys in the next video.